She has her own Tabasco hot sauce, a bowl at Chipotle, a show on Sirius XM, and now a book. Known as Tinx, TikTok star Christina Najjar sat down to have Java with Jamie in West Hollywood.
We love it when you come in too, so
Aww.
the feeling is mutual.
The hotspot might just make her Los Angeles Rich Mom starter pack.
I take a city and then I break down all of the rich mom things and behaviors in that city. So what car they drive, where they like to shop, where they send their kids to school, where they go on date night with their fabulous partners. And they're really fun. And
People want to make, it's almost like they want to make fun of the rich mom, but at the same time, they want to go to the coffee shop that the rich mom goes to.
Totally. I think that it's, you know, it's a fine line to toe, and I think it's like half aspirational, half satire. Like, people want to be joking, but they kind of also want to be in on the joke.
The 32-year-old digital creator and podcast host was born Christina Najjar. Her alter ego, Tinx, was inspired by character Tinka Parker from the 1998 comedy All I Want to Do.
We all pledge to help each other achieve our ambitions.
It was an alter ego, kind of like how Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. And I wasn't very confident, so I came back from summer break and I told all my friends, you know, when I'm this alter ego, Tinka Parker, I've been called that for almost 20 years now.
So you just lean into it.
I lean into it, yeah. I feel like I became her. I became more confident that way. And sometimes you really have to fake it till you make it. That's something I tell my community all the time is we all have those days where we're just not feeling it, but faking it is almost as good.
Tinx has now made it. She has 1.5 million followers on TikTok, where many call her a big sister for her life advice.
Comparison is the thief of joy. I think that, you know, so much of the sadness and anxiety that I had in my 20s was from comparison. I was not only comparing myself to people online, saying, oh my God, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have the perfect boyfriend and house and body and whatever? And I was also comparing myself to my friends, which I think is really common, especially for young people. You know, they feel behind. They think, oh my God, I'm not engaged yet, or I hate my job and all my friends love their job and what have you. So it really comes down to comparison. Like, don't compare. Like, that will rob you of your joy. You are right where you need to be.
Tinx has admitted in past interviews that comparison led to fat-phobic tweets a decade ago that resurfaced. She has since apologized and now focuses on positivity.
What the internet should be used for is fun and collaboration. I want to look back and say, wow, I really did it all. I took advantage of everything that I was offered and given.
That has now led to a book that will be released next week called The Shift. Change your perspective, not yourself.
So the book is a guidebook for self-esteem, specifically in the context of dating. It's really the book that I needed when I was 19 and 24, and honestly still need to read today sometimes. I really think that everyone, but especially women, need to date from a place of abundance. And women need to know that they can make themselves happy and fill up their own cup first before looking for it elsewhere, because it's cheesy, but it's true. No one is going to love you if you don't love yourself. We spend so much of our young life going, does he like me? Does he like me? Does he like me? Never once stopping to say, wait, do I even like him?
Right.
Like, this isn't a validation thing. This is like, I'm choosing a potential life partner thing. Like, I need to think about how they make me feel. Like, does this person make me feel sparkly? Do they fill up my cup?
Tinx went through a breakup herself in February, but looks at it differently than she did in the past.
The shift with a breakup is like, not be sad that it's over, but be happy that it happened. And I feel grateful that I feel grateful that I got to be in love and spend time with a wonderful person, and just know that there are bigger things coming.
And it does seem like there are bigger things coming for Tinx. Besides her book, which comes out next week, she appeared on Watch What Happens Live recently.
Oh.
Andy Cohen has been one of her biggest heroes, and she met him on the street, messaged him, said, can I come to the show? This is like years ago. He lets her come to the show, and now she has her own show on Sirius XM on his channel.
Wow.
So it's like this full circle moment for
That's
her.
pretty amazing that she's accomplished all that, and it really is about the mindset, right? Like, thinking that you're going to succeed and not comparing yourself to others. And I think it's interesting that she uses social media in the context of don't compare yourself to others, when that's kind of what we think it is.
We all do.
You know, so changing that dynamic is really interesting.
And just having a positive outlook, you know. Taking it, we talk about all the bad that can be online and all the negative imaging and things, and I think for her, she looks at it and she tries to put positivity out there, so it's fun.
And she inspires a lot of people, clearly. So interesting conversation. Thank you for that.